host of the Five Things here, bringing you guys live from State TV. I'm your host of the Five Things, and today I'm bringing you guys my first stream of 2018 and my first Phoenix Talks of 2015, 2018. Wow, I haven't done that. I dated my papers correctly today, by the way, guys. I know you guys are so proud of me for doing that. I wrote down the correct year today. I never wrote 2017. Not once. Not yet, anyways. Knock on wood. That's glass. That's wood. Okay, guys. I want to talk a lot about stuff. 2018. But first, I must address a more serious topic. I figured I'd get the serious stuff out of the way before I delve into the fun stuff. The stuff that I enjoy more talking. The stuff that I really want to talk about. But this, I feel like, needs to be addressed right now. For those of you who have not been on social media and might not have been on YouTube recently or something like that, basically I'm sure you guys know the Paul brothers. A lot of people know the Paul brothers. They're actually a channel that I have not opted to watch because for several reasons. I watch PewDiePie because I like some of his real talk videos. I'll watch Markiplier because I really like his real talk videos. I like a lot of the gaming channels real talk videos. Even if they're big, like PewDiePie, I don't really like his gaming or his new video content, but when he's talking real talk, I like it. And there's there's a reason why I chose to stay away from the Paul brothers. Because I don't really like jumping on memes. I don't really like jumping on bandwagons and watching the biggest hits of all time. I just like watching what I like. And I am so glad that I have chosen to never watch a Paul brother video. It's not that I dislike them, but those types of vloggers don't really do anything good for their community, especially the YouTube and gaming community. We already have a bad time because the media loves making stories about us in a negative light, because we're the future media, right? Even gaming, people go to Twitch and YouTube for their news more than ever. And it's starting to become a thing where YouTube is the main platform where people are getting their news. The only thing that's competing right now is television, because the old people and the mass media is staying up afloat. But things like this make it hard for YouTubers and Twitch streamers to be taken seriously by the mass media, by the outside community, because basically there's a forest in Japan that has been around for several years. It's known as the Suicide Forest, where it's one of the largest forests in Japan, and it's so big that a lot of people with depression from Japan often go there. Well, not visit, but they go there and then they just wander and they get lost. And it's so big that it's harder to navigate around. So they go there to do pretty much what you could probably assume that they do, hence the name Suicide Forest. It's a Japanese friend explained it to me, like it's where they try and become one with the earth, because some religious purpose, I guess, when they it's like it's a common place for people to go when they want to do that. And I don't even know. So basically, Logan, a lot of these vloggers recently, not just Logan Paul, he's not the first person to do this, by the way. He is not. He's just the first one to be noticed. He's the first big one. He's the first big vlogger that's big enough to be noticed, I guess, is what you could say. He's not the first one to do this at all. But he went to the Suicide Forest in order to just kind of as a tourist attraction. You don't really go to the forest as a tourist visit. Most people don't. But he chose to, and a lot of vloggers have done so in the past for shock humor and shock vlogging, just to get reactions, basically. And so Logan filmed a video vlogging a video of him going to the Suicide Forest, and he stumbled across a dead body that was fairly new and hanging from a tree. And I don't want to describe the video. It is utterly disrespectful and disgusting that I can't even describe the video because it should not be on YouTube. But the worst part about it was not demonetized by YouTube at all. There was a dead body hanging from a tree shown on YouTube, and it was not demonetized. It's not like it's on the news, okay? This isn't from NBC or CNN or Fox or whatever. It's from a vlog channel and was made for entertainment. And it wasn't demonetized by YouTube because no one can touch the Paul brothers, right? Because the Paul brothers make way too much money. It was trending on YouTube. I think it was number 1. Trending on YouTube. And it's utterly disgusting. I mean, yes, Logan Paul has come out and apologized for it. Okay. But it still should not have existed in the first place, okay? There are certain things, some unspoken rules, that YouTubers and Twitch streamers should never show in a video, in anything, on anywhere. There are certain things that are unspoken, but people kind of know it because it's like common sense, that you don't show on a platform meant for entertainment. There are certain channels that are dedicated to talking about serious topics, and that's fine. Like people who share their stories, that's fine. There are people who, but they make it very clear it's not for entertainment, and they certainly don't make jokes about it right next to the dead body, but let alone at all. Like, I don't understand humanity. The people who choose to make jokes about suicide and depression. It's not funny at all. And if anyone has ever been in that situation where they are feeling depressed and have those types of thoughts, you know it's definitely not funny at all. And to see something like this, it's the second day of January. It's the second day of 2018. And there's already stuff like this happening. It's taken down. The video is taken down. Logan's apologized. Whatever. But that still doesn't make it forgivable. Like, I accept his apology because it does seem genuine, but I don't forgive it at all. It's like there's certain things that you can apologize for, but I just can't forgive you. I can accept your apology. I can accept that, yes, okay. I can accept that you're making an apology. I cannot always accept that. I cannot always forgive you, especially when he's 22. Right? He's 22. Unfortunately, I am not surprised because usually, I mean, I'm a teenager. I'm a young adult. Okay, guys. I hang out. I've heard guys and girls talking, joking about suicide. I've heard it all. It's never funny. I never agree with it. I never like it. I always walk away. But it is unfortunately something in society that people do. It is something in teen culture, I get, in younger millennial culture, and it's not just millennials though, that find it humorous. I don't think that's not the right way to talk about this sort of stuff, to joke about it, not talk about it, like sharing like your story stuff, but to make jokes about it. It's like Logan Paul is not the first person to make a joke about suicide. Let's just be real with that, okay? I mean, there are always in the comments there's like KYS, as if people don't know what that stands for. Drink bleach, all that stuff, and it's inappropriate. It shouldn't be allowed on the internet, but somehow it is. That type of humor is just, it's not humor at that point. It's not acceptable at that point. And I don't understand why people accept it, especially children. Like, anyone who is defending Logan Paul at this point is a child. They are probably under 13. Maybe a little bit older, but they're probably under 13. And most of his audience is targeted towards children. And that's the weird thing about it, is that YouTube didn't do anything about it. The only reason why they condoned PewDiePie for his remark is because it was in a newspaper. Like you couldn't ignore it. I don't know if Logan's story is going to make the mass media, but it's definitely being talked about on news platforms. He took down the video himself, though, and it was demonetized. It was not monetized. It was monetized at first, and it did not raise any flags from YouTube. And then he manually demonetized it. He manually disabled monetization. So basically, when you don't monetize a video, the only thing that you get that is enforced upon you is copyright. So you can actually post something like Logan Paul did and have it not monetized, and you don't necessarily get a strike or something. You don't necessarily get penalized for that because you're not making money off it. YouTube's not making money off of it. But the fact that it was able to be posted onto YouTube, a site that is notorious for demonetizing non-family friendly, non-advertiser friendly videos, the fact that they do that a site like that allows a dead body to be on YouTube and remain monetized is so hypocritical and so disgusting and disappointing. Like, maybe they didn't see it, but come on, it's Logan Paul. He has agents. And there's also stuff, I mean, gosh. I think I know why it wasn't demonetized though. Because he did have like suicidal prevention stuff like in front and behind at the end of the video. It had a lot of disclaimers. So I think that's why it could be monetized. I think because he had like this suicidal prevention, they don't like to demonetize stuff that's for suicidal prevention. They who knows with YouTube? YouTube literally demonetizes randomly. They don't need a reason. They just choose to demonetize, and that's it. But of course, Logan Paul can't be touched. They need that money, even if it's off someone. If you guys don't understand why that's wrong, I don't have any words for you. There are certain things on YouTube, on Twitch, or there are certain things that Twitch streamers and YouTubers understand that don't go on YouTube. There are certain things that it's like the unspoken rules of Twitch and YouTube that are never to be shown on YouTube or Twitch, like suicide, dead bodies, grave digging, I don't know, nudity. I'm just gonna stop there. But illegal activities. There are certain things that YouTubers and Twitch streamers know full well never to show, even if you accidentally record it. I mean, Twitch is a little bit different because it's live, so you don't always know that it's going to be there. So it's harder to filter. But the fact that it was on YouTube, he filmed it. He did not. No one saw it. No one saw him film it. He did not have to post that section of it. He could have easily edited it out using, I don't know, iMovie, whatever he uses to edit his videos. He could have easily edited it out. I mean, he edited a disclaimer and a suicidal prevention and had a little message at the end. And, like, it was clear that he chose to keep it in. Of course, because clickbait, you know? Gotta do it for the views, gotta do it for the money. I don't know, guys. There's a reason why I stay away from the Paul brothers and all that stuff. Like, I've heard about them, I've never actually seen one of their videos before. Like, ever. Actually, at all. I have never seen their videos. I saw them in the YouTube Rewind, and I sometimes see some reactors, like, react to their videos, but I just don't watch them. I don't like it. I don't do the Paul brothers. I don't do them. And I definitely won't anymore. I never seen one of their videos, never will. I heard about the Logan Paul by reactors and other people talking about it. So I wanted to say my part on it. Anyways, guys, now that that's out of the way, I want to move on to lighter topics. Stuff that's better to talk about on Twitch and YouTube. And not this. Let's just let Logan go on his own. And why is that the first video of 2018 to be talked about? Ugh.